Good morning, everyone. It's Sal, Stretford Post. How you all doing? A little bit earlier morning today. So, guys, sorry, guys. It is Saturday. I had to do a couple of things today, guys. I've got my coffee. I'm ready to go. I hope you're all doing well. Please, before I start, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Smash a like on that video. You know, I mean, you got fingers, guys. Just free. Just smash a like, a thumb, whatever, pinky, whatever it is, guys. Please smash a like on the video. If you could be as kind to do that for me. Of course, guys, you absolute diamonds, you absolute legends. I'm Sal Warner. This is Stretford Post, and this is Breaking Dawn. Let's get straight into some little bit of news, shall we, in regards to Manchester United. There's a whole lot of things going on at the moment. We got news about a potential 18 million euro bid for a Portuguese international. We've also got news about Bruno and Casemiro. Are they invincible or are they not? Guys, we're going to get into that. Is there still a blow? Is there still a blow for Man United? And will Onana redeem himself? Will he come back to Man United? And will Onana be the guy to take Man United forward and resurge himself and be a great goalkeeper finally? I mean, at his age. I mean, you know what they say, you can't change the spots on the leopard. You can't change, old dog. You can't teach old dogs new tricks. Look, at the end of the day, look, guys, let's get into it anyway. Firstly, I'm going to start off with the Portuguese player, Ruben Neves. Manchester United are interested in bringing in Ruben Neves in January for 18 million euros, guys. Of course, Ruben Neves is playing in Saudi Arabia at the moment, of course, earning a big bunch of money, guys, a big bunch of money in Saudi Arabia, and he wants to come back to Europe. Now, his avenue to come back to Europe could be Manchester United in January, guys. Now, I like Ruben Neves. I don't think Ruben Neves is all of a sudden going to become a poor player. He's absolutely a great player. He's a very good player, guys. And Ruben Neves would mark a very, very good signing for Manchester United, in my opinion. And it's not going to break the bank. It definitely isn't going to break the bank. And if Man United managed to bring in a player like that, it would help Man United immensely. Of course, Man United's midfield has been the subject of the day, subject of the years, should I say. We haven't had a decent midfielder, apparently, since Michael Carrick. I mean, this is what we're saying. The best midfield signing, the last great midfield signing that Man United made was Michael Carrick a long time ago. Look, that is a long time. Obviously, we had Ander Herrera. I mean, Ander Herrera was a workhorse, and I loved Ander Herrera's attitude. I thought Ander Herrera's attitude was fantastic. I think he had a great attitude in regards to the way he implemented himself and that. But Michael Carrick, for me, was the last world-class midfielder that Man United signed. And even back then, though, I would say, and I would like to admit that I wasn't agreeing with that signing back then. But you know what, Alex Ferguson was a genius, of course. He was a genius, and that's how we do things. But Ruben Neves, guys, how do you feel about Ruben Neves coming to Manchester United? Would you be happy with that? Look, I'd be totally honest with you. I like Ruben Neves. I would like Ruben Neves instead of Conor Gallagher. I think Ruben Neves has still got a lot to give the European football, in my opinion. I still think he's got a lot to give, and I still think he could be a great player for Manchester United if we sign him. And look, bringing him in January wouldn't be a bad idea for me at the moment. Look, we got the AFCON coming up. We all know we've got the AFCON coming up, and there's going to be some absentees for Man United. There's going to be, obviously, Mbeumo and Ahmad and Mazraoui, who are going to be going to the AFCON, of course. So Man United are going to struggle, and Man United do need to fix up that attacking side. On the right-hand side in particular, Man United's going to be totally null and void because we're going to have so many players going to the AFCON that we have to replace them. But if we manage to get a Ruben Neves in, we can kind of negotiate the tactics sort of thing. We can sort of move Neves into the central midfield, move Bruno into the number 10, and Bob's your uncle, Cheryl's your auntie. And that's how we can do it, of course, guys. So there are ways. There's more than one way to skin a cat. We can do it our way. We know how to do it, guys, absolutely. And we will be all right. We're Man United. We'll be all right, guys. What most important thing for me, guys, what's the most important thing going forward is that Manchester United carry on this unbeaten run. We've got Everton at home, which I feel like we should win. Crystal Palace is going to be a tricky game. We've already known about Crystal Palace. They do give us a good game. They do give us a difficult game in recent years. They haven't. I mean, look, when I was growing up, Crystal Palace were a guaranteed 3 points. It's not anymore. And, we haven't been good there. I think the last time we won there was Jose Mourinho when Nemanja Matic scored that goal, that volley. And it was a while ago now. So we do need to change the narrative. We do need to win a game at Selhurst Park. Of course, I used to live in Croydon. I used to live around the corner from Crystal Palace. And the conveyor belt of young players that come out of that place is incredible. You know what I mean? It's really good. The way they run their football club, they're a very well drilled, very well run football club. And I would say, yeah, look, Crystal Palace is going to be the difficult one for me. I actually believe that Crystal Palace is one of the most difficult games of the season from Manchester United point of view. I'm not talking about everyone else. I'm talking about Man United. From our point of view, I actually think that Crystal Palace is probably one of the most difficult games, considering what we've been doing against them over the last few years, of course, guys. Absolutely. But Ruben Neves to Manchester United, 18 million euros in January. What do you guys think about that? Really interested to hear your thoughts and stuff, guys. Hope everyone is doing well, of course, guys. Let me just say good morning to the community, guys. Big up Redwood Tower. How you doing, my friend? And thank you every time for the support, my guy. And Boomo, what's going on, my friend? Big up Boomo 9527. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, my friend. Happy Saturday. Mark, my bro. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see Mark in that house. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Hope everything is blessed with you. Mark. Morning, Sal, in the community. How are you, my friend? Very well. How are you? That is the most important question. That is it, mate. Excited for the game Monday. I say 3-0 to Man U. Come on, Marky Mark. This I love you, Marky Mark. You got the positivity. You come out with the positivity, and that's what we like at the end of the day. It's all about that, guys. It's all about the positivity. All about keeping it positive. All about keeping it moving. That's how we've always done on Stretford Post, of course, for the last few years. We kept it moving, guys, and that's how we do it, of course, guys. Absolutely. And Great plans for this channel and great plans for the community. I've got some amazing things. I've got some ex-footballers coming on very soon, guys, including Man United, Liverpool, and Arsenal, guys. So very, very big things coming up. Big up, Helge. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Today is breaking dawn. Good morning, mate. Good morning. Top of the morning to your son. What's going on, Helge? How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for your lovely messages this morning and stuff like that. Thank you very much. Really appreciate you. Yeah, some people clipping me. Someone clipped me. In regards to that video I did yesterday, I think Foulmouth. I've known Foulmouth for a while. Yeah, Foulmouth is Foulmouth. Exactly that. But did clip me last night in regards to what I said about Terry and Mark and that. I just speak the truth. The great thing about this channel, the great thing about this community is that we talk about football. Yeah, we talk about football. We give our football knowledge. We're very balanced in our opinions. We're no hatred here. And basically, we also talk about life. We talk about life. We talk about history. We talk about experience. Because I'm not just a guy who just came here, turned on YouTube and sat down and thought, let me talk about football. No. I've been around the block, guys. You know what I mean? From the bottom to the top. And there ain't one person I haven't worked with at a level that I've worked with. People I've got from the East End of London all the way to Eminem. And this is what I do. I don't do that because I'm stupid. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. I never had a platform. I never had anyone to have an escalator to get on, to step on. Never. And that's the great thing about this channel and this community, because we understand that and we understand the ins and outs of life as well. And that's why I great like Helge, of course, guys. Like Helge, of course. Let me just say thank you so much to big up my friend. Guys, smash the like button. Big up, Coke. Yeah, guys, don't forget to smash the like button, guys. Very important that you smash the like button. Helps with the algorithms. I know it's easy to forget to smash the like, but guys, please smash the like button, please, guys. Really appreciate you. Big up, Go Oye. What's going on, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Welcome to Stretford Post, my guy. Welcome. Thank you for joining the stream, my friend. Welcome to the community. You're gonna love it here. You're gonna love it. Thank you so much. Absolutely, thank you, my guy. Big up, everyone. Don't forget to smash a like, guys. Come on, guys. Don't be nasty. Don't be nasty. Hey, Ryan, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. But big up Oyo for your super chat, my guy. Good to see you, Sal. Did you heard the new SCR replace PSR? Bloody hell, it's sounding like a bloody hospital unit at the moment. All these bloody transfer stipulations and things like that. It means that we can spend big but won't impact finance situation. Look, I never agreed with the PSR, FFP and things like that. I've never agreed with it because I believe you earn what you spend. It's not our fault that that team hasn't, developed into that team that they were. Man United built up their history over many, many years. We accumulated the money organically. We were not given the money. Yesterday, I was going to do a video. I was in Yas Island, right? I was thinking about it. And I was going to do a video because there was a Manchester City mega store. Now, I want people to understand what relative is, what relevance is, right? So last year, I did a video. I went into Yas Island, Yas Mall, and I done a video of Manchester City's megastore, the main one in Abu Dhabi. I done a video of it, and it was empty. Nobody in there, right? And I was going to do one yesterday. I caused outroar. It actually went viral last year. I caused outroar because I filmed it, and it was completely empty. It was complete. There was no one in there, and people want to talk about Man United being irrelevant. I was going to do it yesterday, but I thought, you know what? I don't want to put myself into disrepute with the Abu Dhabi, government. Guys. So I thought I better not do it, but I might take a photo of it, and it's always empty. Now, if that had a Manchester United sign on in Abu Dhabi, that megastore would be rammed. It would be rammed. It would be rammed to the top, guys. It would be, absolutely. And to be honest with you, look, this is what we're talking about. I would love to know if, why we're so irrelevant. And that's what I want to know. Helge, always been a big fan of Ruben Neves for the longest. Would love him at United, absolutely, no doubt. Me too, my friend, absolutely. Helge, big up Helge, by the way. Guys, yes, so that is Ruben Neves to Manchester United in January. How you feeling about that, guys? It would be a good move, in my opinion. I agree with Helge, yeah, it would be a good move. Casemiro and Bruno. Now, let's talk about Casemiro and Bruno. Apparently, according to Manchester United representatives, Casemiro and Bruno are not untouchable at Manchester United and could be moved on in the summer, guys. Now, what do you guys think about this? Now, there's some people who are saying that, no, we should keep Casemiro. Let's keep Casemiro for 1 more year. Let's keep it for 1 more year. And then there's obviously Bruno, who, Bruno does have an FC as a fan club. I don't know. He does have a fan club, to be honest with you. But then there's Bruno, who, in all due respect, has been our best signing post Sir Alex Ferguson. We have to admit that. Who could be moved on as well. Now, this may come as a surprise to a lot of people because Ruben Amorim and Bruno Fernandes are pretty close, but Ruben Amorim has also stated that no one is untouchable at Man United, and Bruno and Casemiro could be moved on in the summer, and new midfielders will be coming in to mark a real build. Now, that I think it all depends. I think it all depends on Casemiro himself and Bruno. Now, there is rumours about Casemiro will not be given a new contract. He doesn't want to take a pay decrease. So he will not be given a new contract, and he probably will be moved on. Bruno, however, I think will be a different kettle of fish. I think it will be a different situation in regards to Bruno. I think the thing with Bruno is basically if he gets a bid from Saudi Arabia, if there is £100 million bid coming in, something like that, then I think that Bruno will leave. I do think that we will cash in on him. But if the bid doesn't come in, I think he will stay at Man United. I think we're in two places here, right, with Bruno Fernandes. I think we can either sell him or we will end up, he'll end up staying at Man United for the rest of his career. I just feel like that. I've got that feeling about it, guys. And that's just what it is, guys. So we're not gonna be worried about that, of course. And I don't want to see any sly comments or anything. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to see any of that. Yeah, no, none of that, guys. Absolutely. We don't want none of that. I don't know where that came from, guys. But yeah, we don't want to see none of that, guys. Absolutely. Yeah. So at the end of the day, I don't mind. Whatever happens, what will be, will be. One thing about Ruben Amorim and Manchester United is that we're unpredictable at the moment, what we're going to do. But I do believe Man United need a reset. I do believe that Man United need to change the narrative. I think they need to change what they're doing and rebuild this midfield, rebuild the wing-back situation, and just rebuild Manchester United, something that we've been crying out for many, many years, of course, guys. Absolutely, So it is what it is, guys. Absolutely. Let me just say good morning to more of the legends in the chat, of course, guys. Absolutely. Let me just say good morning to Benny, the absolute legend. Thank you, Benny. Thank you, my guy. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're good. Hope you're enjoying your Saturday morning. Who remembers Saturday morning television, live and kicking? Do you remember that? What times they were, guys. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for being a member, Benny, as well. Don't forget some great material coming for the members as well, guys. Got some fabulous things coming as well. So thank you so much. Absolutely. Big up Fanatic 8, the legend, the Fanatic 8, the only one. What's going on, brother? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're good. And hope you're doing blessed, my guy. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Marky Mark, I'm doing well, my friend. Just keeping my chin up and believing that we will hopefully go for a run after another boring international break. Marky Mark, you know what? It's all about the Man United run and keeping this unbeaten record going. I mean, you're looking at Man United. Man United could potentially go 10 games unbeaten. When you're looking at the fixtures, I'm not saying that it will happen. You know what I mean? I'm not a Liverpool fan. I'm not arrogant. But what I would say is this, right? It could potentially happen. We could beat Everton. Even if we draw against Crystal Palace, we can go and beat the likes of Wolves and Bournemouth and those teams, which I expect us to do. And that could mean a 10-game unbeaten run. Then what would we say then? Are Man United back? Are some of those Ruben Amorim outers going to be back as well? it's crazy when you're thinking about it. And I'm thinking about a lot of things within the Man United fan base. The problem with the Man United fan base, we are our own worst enemy. And we do jump, right? Whether it's like good or bad, we jump. And we jump too much. And especially in regards to manager situation, when the manager gets a couple of bad results and then all of a sudden the whole world is falling apart, and I just believe that we just need to be patient. We need to be calm. We need to look at the league and say, okay, this is our level, right? We have to say we need to get there. We need to get in the top 5. If we get in the top 5, then Man United can rebuild from there, get in the Champions League, rebuild from there. Because once you get in the Champions League, you get that money, you get that 100 million in the kitty, and you can also attract other players as well. Do you know what I mean? And it would be absolutely phenomenal if we managed to get into the Champions League, considering where we were, considering how things have gone on over the last year or so, isn't it? And so the great thing about this league is that it's wide open, guys. It's wide open. Big up, Marky Mark. I hope you're doing. My prayers and thoughts are always with you, Marky Mark. Let's not forget, you need anything, brother, I'm always here for you, bro. And big up yourself. Hope you're doing well. Stiller, blow. Okay, now, Angelo Stiller has said that he wants to move to Real Madrid. He doesn't want to go anywhere else but Real Madrid. He prefers Real Madrid. Now, no shit, Sherlock. To be honest with you, at the moment, Man United are not the option for some people, especially if you're not a Man United fan. Why would they want to go to Man United right now? We have to be realistic to that. I mean, of course, he's going to go to Real Madrid. Of course. I mean, you've got more opportunity to win things at the moment. But we are where we are, and we're humbly sitting where we are. And if Angelo Stiller does not want to come to Manchester United, good luck to you, my friend. There's the door. Go to Real Madrid. It's up to you, mate. We just want players who want to play for Manchester United. And speaking about wanting to play for Manchester United is Anderson. Anderson, according to his representatives, wants to sign for Manchester United. He wants to go to Manchester United. Now, Anderson, for me, is one of the top potential midfielders in Europe. And I've said that for a while. Just like Adam Wharton. The sad thing is that they're playing for a club that doesn't give them an opportunity to flourish, like Nottingham Forest, like Crystal Palace with Wharton. And that does make a big difference. Because, for example, if Anderson or Wharton were playing for Crystal Palace, worldwide will be knowing about them right now. Do you know what I mean? It'd be worldwide. They'll be knowing about them. So Anderson wants to move to Manchester United. I think that move will be absolutely phenomenal for Manchester United. It will be a game changer for Man United. Let me tell you that right now. And you're hearing it first on Stretford Post, of course. It would be a game changer for Manchester United. Adam Wharton and Anderson are two of the main players that Manchester United are interested in. Right? Now, I spoke about a few weeks ago about Adam Wharton. Gentleman's agreement. He's not going to leave in January. It'll be the summer. That still sticks. Adam Wharton will not be leaving Crystal Palace in January. It's not going to happen. You heard it here, guys. It's not going to happen. He's given a gentleman's agreement and he's going to be staying until the summer. But Anderson is a possibility. It is a possibility. Not in the Forest are in Europe. Not in the Forest are battling relegation. But this is the stipulation, guys. Anderson will be more expensive in January than he will be in the summer. If Man United decide to go for Anderson in January, Nottingham Forest are going to saturate the price. They're going to extortionate the price, and it's going to be a lot more, significantly more. Whereas if Man United decide, right, we're going to get Ruben Neves in January for 18 million, and then we're going to get Anderson or Wharton in the summer, it will be cheaper for them, believe it or not. Because let's say, for example, for argument's sake, right, Nottingham Forest get relegated, right? What's going to happen to the prices of their players? It's going to reduce, isn't it? And that's what's going to happen. Whereas if you get him in January, it's going to be like, well, we need him now. He's so important to our plans. We need him and blah, blah, blah. And we need to, you know what? We need to keep him. If you want him, you're going to have to pay the top dollar for him and blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, look, Anderson, Wharton would be fabulous for Manchester United. There is rumours that Man United are looking to bring in 3 players. Ruben Neves, Anderson, and Wharton are 3 players that have been spoken about at the last 24 hours, 48 hours. They've been spoken about. These 3 players. Now, there will be Ruben Neves, and there will be 2 more signings in the summer. Now, obviously, there's still Baleba lurking in the wings, of course. Man United is still interested in Baleba. And like I said, Baleba, the meeting and stuff like that, that is still occurring. But Man United are analysing the situation closely in regards to Carlos Baleba's performances. And it will be revisited in December. And Manchester United will make a decision on what they're going to do with Carlos Baleba, of course, guys. Look. People think this is the Carlos Baleba show. I mean, we've been speaking about Carlos Baleba for a long time, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It does seem that way, but it is what it is. Hey, what's going high on football? Ain't we all, my guy? Ain't we all? How you doing? Hello, sir. We'd love to do a collab with you soon. Manchester United is white, right? Big up, man. Manchester United is white. What's white, mate? Real Madrid. Who do you support? Tranmere? Who do you support? Is it? Yeah, anytime you're on, mate, I'm always up for collabs, mate. Don't worry about it. Go to my Twitter, anything like that, whatever you want, my guy. I'm up for it, mate. Don't worry about that, bruv. Just my Twitter, Stretford Post. Drop me a DM, man, and we'll sort something out, brother. No problem at all. No problem. Big up yourself. Good to see you here, man. Kenny, big up Sal. Prem Footy is back. I wish we were playing a Saturday at 3 p.m. kickoff. It would be nice, wouldn't it? It's always better to play on a Saturday. It always used to frustrate me when we used to play on the Mondays, and we are playing on Monday this Monday. Save the best to last. Of course, guys. We save the best to last. That's what we do, guys, isn't it? We save the best to last, guys. Absolutely. And hopefully we can do the business on Monday. Look, we won the game. It was actually Ruben Amorim's first win in his Man United career against Everton. It was a 4-0 win. So Kenny's gone for a 3-0 win for Everton. No, not for Everton, for Man United yesterday on our match preview. So, yeah, I'm going for a 3-1. I'm sticking to my guns, Kenny. I'm going for 3-1 Man United. I'm still going for that. 3-0 would be nice. Nice clean sheet and stuff. Senny Lamens, clean sheet and stuff like that. Absolutely fantastic. Speaking of goalkeepers, guys, our old friend Andre Onana. Now, Andre Onana's situation has gone pretty quiet, hasn't it? Why is that? Because he's not really pulling up any trees or anything like that in Turkey. He's not doing as well as people. And you know what? The revisionists out there, and they have gone quiet because he's not doing great. Some argue that he cost Nigeria, they cost Cameroon a place in the World Cup. Sorry, he cost Cameroon a place in the World Cup with that goal. Thought it was a little bit harsh, but apparently some argue that he cost Cameroon. Now he's determined, guys. Onana determined. What the hell? He's determined to come back to Manchester United and fight for his place. The guy who cost us the Grimsby game, the guy who basically threw the Grimsby game. This is what Onana is to me. I would never forgive Onana with 10 penalties that went flappy hands like that. You know what I mean? Might as well should have had a seal in goal than Onana, because the way he's flapping his hands in those penalties, it was absolutely pathetic. And no, we don't want Onana back. I don't want Onana back. I want Vitek to play as the number 2. I want Senny Lamens, the Belgium international Senny Lamens, by the way, to be the number 1. And I want Onana to be sold. Even if we sell him for 100 grand somewhere, just go, my son. Go. That's what it should be at the end of the day. Big up, Kenny. Ephraim, good morning, my friend. Are we doing well? Someone smash the lights, please. Come on, guys. Don't forget to smash the lights, guys. Minimum is 50 likes per breaking dawn, of course, guys. Let's not lurk in the shadows. Let's get this going, guys. Big up everyone in the stream, of course. Big up everyone in the stream. Kenny, Casemiro and Bruno being sold would be a big step forward. I think it would be, but it would take courage. It would take courage for Manchester United to do that, because obviously there'll be a lot of people saying, oh, why are you selling Bruno Fernandes for? He's been our best player, blah, blah, blah. This is the thing about me. I've never been player FC. And the revisionists are out in force. They're out in with McTominay, and they're out with anything with Marcus Rashford and stuff like that. They didn't work out at Man United. Just hold that and move on. At the end of the day, some people find their place. Some people do well at certain places, some people don't. I bring in Eric Cantona, for example. Eric Cantona went everywhere. As soon as he went to Man United, he found his home. Some people find their home. That's the way it is. It's not about, it's no need to be revisionism about it and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? We just have to move on. And, I think that Casemiro and Bruno, would signify a statement. If we did sell them, it would be a statement for me. I think that it would be a huge statement. I don't think anyone at Manchester United should be invincible. Now, we had this debate last week. Is Bruno Fernandes a legend? I think Bruno Fernandes is not a legend. And there's many reasons why he's not a legend. If you think that Bruno Fernandes is a legend, then I'll just basically reduce your knowledge of football to the amount, the lowest form of this, like this. Do you know what I mean? Because, and I'll tell you why. I know what a Man United legend is. You know what I mean? I know what a Man United legend and what I come from. You can't categorize this and categorize that in the same breath. You know what I mean? In regards to that, there is such a thing as a great. There's such a thing as a great that Bruno can be deemed a great. If Bruno goes on to win the league, if Bruno goes on to win the Champions League, legend. Absolutely. No doubt about it. But if Bruno doesn't, I would hesitant to say great. He was the captain of the ship that came 15th last season. Let's not forget that. Captains of the ship. Who sinks the ship? It's the captain, right? At the end of the day. So what I would say is that let's be a little bit calm. This is the problem with the Man United fan base. We jump from this to this, and we just need to be level-headed and think about things. No, he hasn't done nothing for Man United. What's he done? He scored a few goals, a few assists. Great, fantastic. What have we done, really? We're Man United, for goodness sake. At the end of the day, this is what we are. And we have to concentrate on building and moving up that league. You know what I mean? And that's what I would say about it. So if we do sell Bruno and we do get rid of Casemiro, then I feel like, you know what? I feel like we're really, truly moving on. Big up, Kenny. Ryan, good morning. It's time to move on from Bruno and Casemiro and give youngsters a chance to shine. And I think we just need to move on, to be honest with you, whether we bring through youngsters or whether we buy a couple of players in there, Anderson and Wharton and players like that. Do you know what I mean? Which is not a guarantee, by the way. I'm not arrogant. Absolutely. But what I would say is that, yes, I think Man United need to move on, because at the end of the day, if you keep reading the same chapter, you're going to get the same episode, isn't it? You keep watching the same Netflix episode, you're not going to get any further, are you? Man United need to move on from certain players. We have been overly nostalgic with players over the years. We've been very clingy to players, and we kept them in for, longer than they should have done, of course, and that's what we've been doing. Man United have never truly had a rebuild. We never had a proper rebuild. Man United have never, completely finished the job. And I don't think Ineos did. This is why I gave Ineos a 4 out of 10 window on the summer, because they don't finish the job. If this was Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, any other massive club, if we came 15th in the league, there would be a complete rebuild and reshuffle, and a lot of those players be kicked out the door one time. Let me tell you that right now. You're the player that came 15th. Imagine Real Madrid came 15th, guys. Like, just put that scenario in the head. Like, imagine if Real Madrid came 15th. Imagine they came 15th. Imagine it, guys. I mean, there'll be all sorts of things going on. Helge, I'm convinced the people wanting Casemiro +1 knew it is all wearing straight jacket. Pick up, my friend. Big up, Helge. I think they are. Sal, it is good. We need to move on from Bruno and Casemiro. We need to rebuild the midfield. I agree. Benny, I said this to you already on here, Sal. I think Bruno could be a Coutinho moment for us. We sell Bruno. I've been saying this for months, Benny. Months, if not a year. Sometimes when you move certain players from a team, doesn't necessarily mean you're going to decline because they have good stats. Sometimes you move a player from a team and it fixes the balance of the team and it fixes the overall dimension of the team. It's not, the football doesn't deal with absolutes, that you remove this player and we're all of a sudden going to be good, or remove that player and we're all going to suddenly be bad. Well, it is what you concentrate on is what is good for the team. Like, for example, like you said, Coutinho, I've said this on various other channels as well. When Coutinho was removed away from Liverpool, everyone was saying that Liverpool are going to go bad. I mean, Coutinho's their best player. They're going to struggle. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. But they didn't, did they? They improved as a team. And I think this is what Jurgen Klopp did very, very well. And I think this is where Liverpool are going to come unstuck. They don't have a team ethic manager. They have a Galacticos manager. They have a manager who believes in Galacticos. What Jurgen Klopp believed in was team ethic. That's what he believed in, right? And I feel like when they removed Coutinho, they improved as a team. And I think if Man United do move Bruno, as I said many, many times, I do believe as a team, we will improve as a team if we replace them. We get into the situation where we look at one player, and this is new school Man United fans. This is not fans like me who've been supporting Man United nearly 40 years. This is new school Man United fans. They look at one player and they think he's the best player I've ever seen. He's the best player I've ever seen, because they haven't seen David Beckham, Paul Scholes, Roy Keane, Cristiano Ronaldo at his peak, Dwight York, Andy Cole. They haven't seen none of these. Brian Robson, Gary Pallister, Steve Bruce, Dennis Owen, Gary Neville, Peter Schmeichel. They haven't seen these players. Paul McGrath, Gordon Strachan. They haven't seen them. So what I would say is this, right? They hold these players into this regard of like godly-like status, stuff to like godly-like status, right? And they hold them there, and they think no one can say anything about them because they are our best player. No, since this time. But I say, look, yeah, Bruno's been good. Okay, he's been good since he went to Man United. He's been great sometimes. Has he gone missing a lot of time? Yes. Has he gone missing in finals? Yes. You know, the best thing that Bruno has ever done in a Manchester United shirt was the pass for Manu in the FA Cup final when we beat Man City. It's the best thing for me. You know, and when we look at that, I think, okay, great, that's great. But do we dwell on that? Do we hold on to that? Do we hold on to that with dear life and say, look, nothing is gonna touch Bruno Fernandes and stuff? Do you know what I mean? Big up, Irene. What's going on, my friend? Are we doing well? One of them have to go. If not, Amram will have to start them in midfield again. Absolutely, Irene. I think that one of them at least has to go. I do believe that. I think that Casemiro will leave. There is obviously talk about Casemiro not being offered a new contract, which is obviously, I think it is because he's getting 350 grand a week, guys. Goodness me, at his age. I mean, Real Madrid, let me tell you something about Real Madrid. Real Madrid do not sell players like Varane, like Casemiro, like players that are deemed good for them in the future. They sell players that they think are finished. That's what they do. Now, Casemiro, in all fairness to him, has picked himself up and done very well this season. Even with adversity, he's picked himself up and done very well this season. But I feel like this should be Casemiro's last season now. I felt like last season, it should have been his last season. But now I feel like this should be Casemiro's last season for me. That's what it should be. And to be honest with you, I like Casemiro. I think he's been a generational CDM over the last 15 years. I think he's probably been the best CDM in the last 15 years. Prove me wrong. 5 European Cups. Right? So I would say that, yeah, look, thank you, Casa, but we have to move on. And also with Bruno, thank you, but we have to move on. Luke Shaw, thank you, but we have to move on. Dalot, thank you, but we have to move on. Maguire, thank you, but we have to move on. Mason Mount, maybe. Thank you, but we have to move on. We have to look at things in a critical point of view in regards to Man United. If Man United are going to progress, if Man United are going to get better, you know what we have to do. Helge, I keep telling lies to myself on being delusional, being convinced about Casemiro. We will get released and Bruno going to Saudi. We'll bring Stiller, Baleba, Anderson. Yeah, right, mate. I haven't spoken much about Kobbie Mainoo in regards to staying at Man United. Kobbie Mainoo's place at Man United is very treacherous. It's very thin thread. Kobbie Mainoo and January is a big thing. It does all depend on Kobbie Mainoo himself. Now, we know that the AFCON starts on the 21st of December. So obviously between them, we've got a few games that we're going to have to negotiate before the transfer window on the 1st of January. Kobbie Mainoo will be playing for Man United on the 21st of January between that time. And it's up to Kobbie Mainoo to make a stand. It could be that Bruno moves into the... It could be that Bruno Fernandes moves into the number 10 and Kobbie Mainoo moves into the number 8, and then we go from there. Maybe that's a blessing in disguise. I don't know. A little bit worried about the wing-back situation. We're going to have Dalot as a wing-back. Is a bit of a problem. This is why I said we need to get Mantato into this team. This guy's a generational, this Mantato. We need to do that, of course. But, yeah, look, there's a lot going to be happening. Man United are not going to be signing Baleba, Anderson, and Stiller. Stiller's going to Real Madrid. Will Man United eventually get Anderson and Wharton? Yes, I believe Man United will get up to 3 midfielders in there by the summer. If we do lose Mainoo, we do lose Casemiro. And we could possibly lose Collier as well. So these are 3 players that believe in Man United. So what 3 players are Man United going to get? One of them will be Anderson, in my opinion. I believe they will. Man United would also sign maybe a Ruben Neves, someone who's a little bit cheaper. Man United might bring in another player like on loan or something, like a Conor Gallagher or something like that. But Man United are going to be fixing that midfield, absolutely, which is a good thing at the end of the day, guys. Absolutely. Absolutely. Big up, DJ Darkus. How you doing, my guy? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, my guy. Good to see you. As much as I love Bruno, we need to get rid of them both and Cass and start Mainoo and a new midfield besides him for the next phase. Need to progress. I agree with Helge here. We need to progress. We need to move on. Absolutely. Evening, Sal. I've just escaped from an American feminist channel. Thank God I'm back, man. What are you doing on there, mate? What are you doing on there? You know what I mean? Absolutely. I don't know what you're doing on there, brother. Big up yourself. I was talking to a Forest fans online today. 2 Forest fans are as resigned to losing him, but it's when and how much. No, I spoke to a Forest fan before. I had one Forest fan on the channel a couple of weeks ago, and he was talking about how Anderson is worth 90 million and stuff like that. Well, he's not. He's going to be going for about 65 million. And look, obviously it's frustrating for teams like Nottingham Forest. That they have to sell their best players. And that's just the way it is. Nottingham Forest are what they are. They have got more European Cups than Arsenal. That's granted. Let me just bring that one in there. They got 2. Arsenal got 0. So what I would say is that, and so Man City got 1 European Cup, by the way. Oh, legacy. Yeah. So basically, yeah, look, Nottingham Forest is going to be upset about it. They're going to throw their rattles out their pram. Nottingham Forest are not big fans of Manchester United, as we know. We've given them good hidings in the past. If we remember the 8-1 and stuff like that. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. And what we do is that we have to take the best players. I'm sorry. It's better for their career. I'm sorry. But that's just the way life is. Sorry. And we don't mean to cause you any harm. This is why everyone hates Man United, isn't it? Because, the way the Man United have made so many people cry over the years, they must have spent a lot of money on tissues and things like that. We actually harmed them financially with all the tissues that they've been having to buy, tears, and like I said yesterday, hated, adored, never ignored. And I'll tell you why. Man United are like a YouTube video with likes and dislikes, right? And 250 million say like, 300,000 say dislike, right? Do you care about the 300,000 dislikes? No, not really, because we know why they dislike us. And we know why. It's because we cause them a lot of pain over the years. And they've probably been bantered over the years with Man United fans. Look, I never used to banter. I'm different, guys. I'm actually, you know what I mean? I'm different sort of guy, sort of the earth sort of guy. So I don't really banter. I like to talk about the game. I don't like to say, you cook that. You hold that, you're cooked, hold that. I'm not one of them guys. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day. So what I would say is this. Man United, right, will always be hated, regardless of what the football club is, no matter what. And as a chap raised in East London, I know that, Man United in London are the most hated team, like one of the most hated teams, but they're also the most supported, right? This is what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Guys, so when I walked into a sports shop yesterday and all I saw was Man United jerseys, irrelevant. You know what I mean? There we go. Rajat, hello Rajat, how you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. I'm not very confident about Everton game. It'll be 1-1 type of game, maybe. I'm confident, mate. I'm always confident before the game, Rajat. Always, of course. Kenny, I personally think that we need a left centre back this January transfer window. We got Aiden Heaven, Kenny. Aiden Heaven's good enough. Don't need a left-sided centre back. Now, first I saw the face, and now I'm a believer. Look, so couldn't help myself. Big up to DJ Darkers. I think the believer thing is fading, though. Do you think? Bottom Wanderers fan, then maybe. Big up, my friend. Ephraim, so if we are in the Champions League, do you think it can help expensive midfielder? Look, I'm not too interested about expensive midfielders. I'm interested about midfielders that are going to fix Man United's balance of the team and be better for Man United and help Man United progress. That is what I'm most interested in. I'm interested in Man United progressing. That's what it is at the end of the day. And whether it's an expensive midfielder or 5.5 million signing from, Stuttgart, I don't really care as long as they fix that midfield and Man United, are better. And that's it. Absolutely. Happy Monday, by the way. Thank you, Dargus. DJ Darkest, big up, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Held 4-1 or 3-1 on Monday. Absolutely, I agree. Absolutely. Held, I have a better chance of getting the Sydney Sweeney. And no, that has to be a Man United goalkeeper again. I mean, look, if these quotes are true about Onana wants to fight for his place, I mean, obviously we've heard the talk about from Man United that they're happy with sending Laments. And let's hope, fingers crossed, that we keep that to that opinion. And we don't bring Onana back to the club because at the end of the day, Onana is not a good goalkeeper. You've had chances to prove yourself, mate. Even when we're talking about, and I spoke about the FA Cup final against Man City, when you think about that game, right, and it just got into my head, and I'm thinking about we were comfortable in that game. We're 2-0 up. In the last minute, Doku took a shot and it went under Onana's hands. And if there was 10 minutes more in that game left, we probably would have drew the game and would have ended up losing the game. Moments like that from Onana are what cost us a lot. Now the reason, I give you an example. If Onana was still in goal right now, we wouldn't be 5 unbeaten. In my opinion. Goals change games. Goals change momentum. How many times has Onana been in goal when we've been comfortable and he does some bozo moment and then, the whole shape of the team and we panic and we get nervous and anxiety and stuff like that. So many times, isn't it? Absolutely. So many times. Darkers, Onana, Pep's dog needs a walk. Pick up, my bro. Bruno have been great, but everybody have to move on. I agree with Rajat. Yeah, I agree. Things are less likely than Onana being in a keeper again. I mean, goodness me. Tell me, things that are less likely than Onana being, Arsenal winning the Champions League. Terry Flewis saying that Arsenal are rubbish. Judge Mo saying that Man United are the greatest team in the world. Those are less likely. Those are more likely to happen than Onana playing for Man United again. There you go. Absolutely. Helge, less likely than the Rashford running back pick up. Yeah, absolutely. Sal, you are hyper tonight with what you want. I'm not hyper tonight, am I? This morning, by the way, this morning. Big up. I know you're in probably America. I'm actually calmer today than I usually been. I've been really calm today. If you think no, if big up, huh? If you know Sal, man, doesn't even drink. He's high on life and passion for the club. There you go. High on life. You know what I mean? You can't do high life for life, mate. High life for life. Not high line for life, high life for life, mate. Absolutely. Strofe, mate. Holy Strofe, mate. You're sacking me already, bruv. What's going on, bruv? Look, high life for life. Yes, mate. I'm a potty mouth. I'm a member hyper. I'm everything you want. Everything. But yeah. Yeah. Buzzing. Dip. So put a dab in it, pull it in your eyes. What's that, mate? What's that? Christian, what's going on, mate? Hope you're doing well. Sal, we must get used to playing on Mondays because there's 3 coming in December. Maybe it can be our good luck Monday night football. Pity about Stiller. Was looking forward to having him. You never know. The Stiller situation is not over. Nothing has been confirmed with Angelo Stiller yet. Nothing has been confirmed, so we have to wait and see what happens. Of course, Real Madrid also want Adam Wharton. So anything can change, you know what I mean, at the end of the day. Yes, so and there's a number of midfielders Real Madrid want, by the way. They also want Rodri, by the way. So guys, yeah, look, we'll have to wait and see. Look, I'm not a big fan of Monday Night Football. I'll be honest with you. I don't like playing under the lights, especially when Man United are playing away from home. It's difficult for Man United. I like to know our record in Monday Night Football over the last few years. We don't play as much there anymore, but yeah, there used to be Monday Night Football far more frequently than now, of course. Absolutely. Raja. Team is lacking a few 2 top elite quality experience along with upgrading the midfield. I agree with you, my friend. Left wing back, right wing back as well, mate. Ahmad is not a right wing back. We need a proper right wing back, mate. DJ Darkest, sorry, Sal, mate. What you are talking bullshit tonight by? What's that? What's all that about, DJ Darkest? What you on about? I don't know what. If you don't like it, then just click on no one is forcing you to watch, bro. What did I say? I don't know what did I even say? I don't know. I did respect the community. Absolutely, FM. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with him today. Guys, absolutely. 200 people. Come on, smash the lights. Come on. Thank you, SLD. Hope you're doing well. I don't know what's up. Rattled his cage. And calm your tits. Raja, didn't CR7 hit his peak when Real Madrid, but 07, 08. Yeah, with Man United was also that unbelievable. Yeah. I mean, he hit it before that. I think he hit it about 6-7. 06-07, he hit his peak at Man United. And then obviously when he left Man United, he went to a next level. I mean, I can only imagine and be nostalgic about it and be that he was fantastic. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely. But yeah, what a player. Raja, if he gets a new deal, it will have to be, I agree, has to take a pay cut. I think the Casemiro era is bullshit and scapemonger, to be fair. Don't think it's anything in it. So Jim is a Scrooge McDuck. No way he'll keep 300k a week. So I agree with that. I do agree with that. It's a business decision, isn't it, Held? It's all about business at the end of the day. Absolutely. Tybal, good morning, you legend. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Stretford Post, my guy. Hope you're doing well. Raja, will Josh Sturksy leave this January? I don't know. It depends what happens between December the 21st and the 1st of January, in my opinion. Yeah, I think that's what it is, guys. Absolutely. Helge, not even if it was De Jong or Vitinha, no chance he'll pay those fees willingly. So I'm very convinced Casemiro will go. I believe so as well, Helge. I think that 350 grand for a guy who's way past his 30s is we have to move on. Sometimes we have to feel like we have to know that we have to move on, of course. Tyborg, good to see you, mate. Big up, Tyborg. Big up, by the way. Absolutely. Do you think Nico Paz will work with a 2-man type midfield? Nico Paz is obviously playing for Como under Cesc Fabregas, of course. Cesc Fabregas is one of the next managers to go through and stuff. Very good manager at the moment. Do very well at Como, of course. But yeah, Nico Paz is more likely to go back to Real Madrid. Of course, he started his career at Real Madrid. He's a Real Madrid. He's co-owned by Real Madrid, I think, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, Nico Paz is a fantastic player. Can play midfield, can play attacking midfield as well. Very versatile, play wing. Yeah, he's a good player. Rajat, Man United is like a pineapple on pizza. Love it or hate. I don't know anyone who likes pineapple on pizza. That is disgusting. Absolutely. Sanjay, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Sanjay. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. I like pizza with pineapple. My goodness me. Kenny, now I do know someone. My goodness me. As far as Onana, Cameroon will be out of the AFCON stage. My goodness me. Onana coming back. All good health. Big up, Tybog. Hope you're doing well. Hope your family are good and everything, my friend. Hope you're good, of course. True, Sal, bro. Good point. Big up, Raja. Hope you're well, man. Tybog, Sal, Onana single-handedly destroyed all our watch-alongs last season. You remember, Tybog? You remember those times, Tybog, when we're thinking back? We remember the times when we felt comfortable, things are going well for us and this and that, and then boom, some bozo moment happens. And then we go like, straight back down, of course, man. Remember those times. Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with Onana, Sal. I actually think we, as fans, almost used to Onana not catching anything. Looking back, I actually think we lost about 20 points this season. I think that is at least. You know what I'll say, Helge? I think at least 24 points. Some of the mistakes he made weren't counted. For example, when he saved the ball, but he hit it straight onto the crossbar and it would go off the crossbar onto someone's head in the goal. Those sort of things ain't counted as his mistake. They're counted as a save. But it was not pushed over the bar. It was pushed onto the bar and off there, of course. Absolutely. Onana on FIFA is realistic. I haven't seen him on FIFA, to be honest. I haven't played FIFA so long. Helge, it's easy to remember the losses and the hurting results, but just think of all the draws that could have been wins. It's also massive. Onana. Yeah, I agree, mate. Not least the Europa League final. A great goalkeeper, Helge, would have saved that. They would have saved that. A great goalkeeper would have saved that goal from Tottenham. I think anyone. I think De Gea would have saved that. Senny Lamens would have saved that. Emi Martinez would have saved that. Schmeichel would have saved that. That goal from Tottenham was atrocious. Could see Stiller going to Bayern Munich. Could be. I mean, obviously, Bayern Munich are one of those teams. They sweep up all the talent in Germany, don't they? They sweep it all up. Don't think Ivory Coast will go for that AFCON. I mean, I don't think Ivory Coast will get that far at AFCON. Ivory Coast? You mean in regards to Ahmad? Yeah. Helge, random fun question. What are your top 3 Ronaldo goals for United? Portsmouth goal, Porto long range goal. You basically got it there, my guy. You basically got it there. Aston Villa, that goal, that heel, the corner where he flicked it in with his back heel was a very good goal. I'll give you my personal experience. I was at Man United versus Roma. When we won 7-1. And the goal that he scored where he just went and he smacked it into the corner, I think that gave me a good feeling. That was such a good feeling. But yeah, the Porto goal from about 40 yards was a very good goal. The Portsmouth goal, the Portsmouth goal was very good when it dipped in. But I think the best goal, the best goal for me was the Arsenal goal at the Emirates in the Champions League semi-final because of what it meant. That goal went smack. You heard the back of the net. Because people don't understand. When I was in London, I was living in London. Obviously, I'm from London. But, people don't understand how Arsenal were giving it. Oh, you only won 1-0 in the first leg. You're gonna lose to Man United. You're going to lose to Arsenal at the Emirates. Watch when you come back to the Emirates. Baff, smack, 2-0 in no time. And that goal from Cristiano Ronaldo. That goal just... And not only that goal, look at the same game, Helge. The same game, which was the third goal, with the build-up and the counter-attacking play. Some of the goals we used to score, guys, absolutely. Max, what's going on from Sydney? How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. I'm from Sydney, and what is your prediction overall score for this year? My prediction is 83 points on the table. Sounds about right. That would be absolutely good for Man United, to be honest, if we managed to get 83 points. I don't know. I don't want to put a number on it. But what I would say is that Man United will get into the top 5 because the league is so unpredictable, Max, Some teams have 99 points and don't win the league. Sometimes that can happen, you know what I mean? And the league is so unpredictable sometimes. And, I don't like making pinpoint predictions. I just give an overall bracket of where I think we could finish, and I think we can finish in the top 5. I think that could happen, of course, and I think that would be good. Big up, Max. Good to see you for Sydney, my friend. Hope you're doing well, of course. Absolutely. Benny, Hate me, but I love pineapple on pizza. Holy macro. Goodness me, Benny. What is I've seen 2 people now on my stream that like pineapple on pizza. Look, I'm related. My wife is Italian, right? They don't have pineapple on pizza. That's an American thing, you know, and you haven't tasted real pizza till you've been to Italy, by the way, especially Naples. It's the best pizza in the world. And yeah, look, each for their own. All I remember is when I was in Chicago, I went to Chicago and I had a pizza pie, and I've never been so disgusted in my life. It was awful. Oh my goodness me. It was awful, of course. Pineapple on pizza is a crime to humanity. Absolutely. There you go, hell. There's my crew. It's okay, Kenny. We still love it. Absolutely. We accept you, mate, but some millions wouldn't. No Italian would agree with pineapple on pizza, absolutely. And guess everybody has their preferences. I know, mate. Some people like Snitlot and music. Some people like Aqua. It's just the way it's just life, isn't it? But Aqua obviously had to split up because Arne Slot became manager of Liverpool. So the main guy at Aqua, if you know Aqua, the musical band, Barbie Girl, you know, the guy with the bald head, that is the guy who manages Liverpool at the moment. So obviously that's a breakup. But Slipknot on the other hand, they're still together. Apart from the Qataris, he's not here anymore. Helge, exactly spot on, Sal. There's so many mistakes that didn't count. Rebounds, poor involvements. Ramsdale should have saved about at least 50% of his conceded goals. Exactly. What about the goals that are that a good goalkeeper would save, but are not classed as mistakes? Exactly that. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, exactly that. Absolutely. Rajat, too far for now, though, to think about it. It was my favorite goal. Oh, what a goal, Rajat. What a goal, Rajat. What a beautiful goal. Oh, too far. All right, and then just here, obviously, like that. It was brilliant. Absolutely. What a commentator. He's going to be on my channel soon, by the way. That same commentator, of course. Helge, the Arsenal goal I had forgot. My God, it was a rocket the way he hit. Smacked the back of the net. The Everton left for a finish, cutting in. Also amazing. Yeah, a son of free. I mean, so many, mate. Man United used to score so many great goals back in the day, if we all remember. Absolutely. So many great goals, of course. Sal, for me, Porto goals. Yeah, good goal, Ephraim. Good goal. No, Ramsdale isn't wank. He's more like a steady Eddie. Average goalkeeper. Yeah, I agree, Rajat. 7-1 Roma game was insane. Carrick 2 goals, a long range. Yeah, I was at that game, Helge. I was at that game. It was probably the best game I've ever been to. And I've been to the Champions League final, you know, and I've been to the night. It was such... The great thing about that game, Helge, is that before the game, Roma fans were giving it. And all I remember is that I was coming off the train at Manchester, Old Trafford. You get on the tram from Manchester Piccadilly, and you get off at Old Trafford Stadium, and you walk. And there were Roma fans on this side of the road and this side, all in balaclavas. So I sensed something was going to go down. And came into the megastore, came out in the megastore, and then suddenly I see these Roma fans running this way. Right, throwing bottles, this, that, and the other, all this stuff. And then someone came from behind me. It was a Roma fan. I was standing there like this and elbowed me right here. So what happened? I grabbed the Roma fan on the back like this, on his shirt, and he slipped like this, and he fell back, and I went, damn. No, I'm not advocating, but I was defending myself. And basically. Yeah, everything calmed down. Everything went fair. But during the game, you know, when you're going to do things like that and you're going to cause trouble, make sure you back it up on the pitch and not be 5-0 down at half time. Do you know what I mean? Make sure you back it up on the pitch because they absolutely froze. Roma were zipped up. They were quiet. I remember when De Rossi scored one of their goals and they made it 5-1, I think, and or 6-1. And we were actually applauding. We are applauding the fact that De Rossi scored, of course, guys. Absolutely. Piyush, what's going on? No, 83 was close to a title race, and we will get between 60 and 65 points. I think get more than that, Piyush. Come on. Be positive, my guy. Be positive. Aqua and Arne Slot, brilliant. Big up, Helge. I know it's sad that when Arne Slot left Aqua to go to Liverpool, legacy over, isn't it? In regards to that, a Barbie girl and all that business. And Dr. Jones calling Dr. Jones, wake up now. Yeah, Dr. Jones, definitely. At this rate, they'll be definitely getting Phil Jones, in goal as their manager very, very soon. They'll be calling Dr. Jones very, very soon, the way Liverpool are going. Like the Casemiro slapper versus Tottenham on his return as well. Yeah. That was a good goal. That was Ronaldo's second stint, wasn't it? Probably the last time we won at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, sadly. Benny, if we back the manager, we'll be back scoring goals again, like these days again. Big up, Benny. We all back the manager on this channel. We all back the manager. You know what I mean? We do. This is what we do, guys. And what we do is what we do, guys. Absolutely. Roman was actually very good at that time, and they had a great team. Totti was there as well. Absolutely stopped the slap them disrespectfully. I'll never forget that game in my life. Almost cried of happiness watching it. Life is so peak. I mean, look, it was a great thing. Unfortunately, that season we didn't win the Champions League. I went to 2 games in the Champions League that year. 2. I went to Roma. We won 7-1. I went to the home game against AC Milan. We won 3-2. Unfortunately, we got knocked out in the second leg against AC Milan. But the next season, you can already see the nucleus of a great team. Then you can see that Man United were getting there. They were brilliant. You know what I mean? And you could see it, and you can see that we were going to win the league eventually. We were going to win the Champions League again eventually, and we did the next season. I think a number of circumstances contributed in us not winning it again. I think that if we didn't play that Barcelona team, Chelsea were cheated out of the Champions League semi-final a year later, 2 years later, a year later. And obviously that referee was on, it was corrupt. Obviously, it was very sinister what happened with that. And I think we would have played Chelsea again in the final. And Man United probably would have beaten Chelsea again. You know what I mean? And I think that because I just think we were so good. But unfortunately, we ended up playing that great Barcelona team at that time, of course, which was one of the best teams in history, of course. Big up, Ricardo. Bon dia. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Hope everything is blessed with you, my friend. Good to see you, my guy. Hope everything is good for you. Hope you're looking forward to a great weekend, of course, guys. Absolutely, yeah. Look, you can't please everyone. Guys, something different today. Like, am I talking different? I'm talking the same as I usually talk. I don't know why some people wake up in the morning and they think, you know what? I'm going to be miserable today. I don't know why people they wake up like that. I don't know. I don't understand that. I'm talking the same as I always talk, to be honest with you. In fact, I'm a bit more clearer today, unless fuzzy. I'm very clear today, so that's good. The David Villa goal against us was so insane. He was one of my favorite ever players. David Villa, that Barcelona team with David Villa, Samuel Eto'o, and all that was a great team. It was a great team. Big credit to Frank Rijkaard, by the way. He doesn't get enough credit in regards to that team, by the way. Hell, you're like you normally are. I think it was just DJ who got washed after ending in a feminist rabbit hole. I don't know what's going on with that. I mean, he's talking about that sort of thing on a football channel. I don't know what's going on with that. I mean, why is he on the feminist channel in the first place? I mean, why are you on there? If you don't like something, just don't go on there, man. I'll be honest with you. If you don't like, because at the end of the day, nothing good is going to come out of it. You're just going to get pissed off. And that's just the way it is at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Whether you're for something or you're against something, if you're against something and you go on it and you the thing is, it's like this, right? If you don't like a content creator, right, I don't go on the channel. I mute them, block them, gone. Doof. I don't see them anymore. They're out of my life. So anyone who tries to indirectly aim anything at me, I don't see you. That's not, got far more bigger things to do at the end of the day. I'm not just a YouTuber. So what I would say is this, right? If something annoys you, don't. If something annoys you, don't entertain it. Exactly. But if it's up to everyone, isn't it? If I listen to a feminist podcast, my ears would probably I mean, look, I hate Faz with a chest. I don't ever watch any of his content with him as simple as that. It's good to see you yesterday, Helge, on Nuruddin's channel, of course. Nuruddin, I just thought I'd say hello. Was passing by. I was scrolling on my YouTube and I saw them on the thing. I just thought I'd say hello. I saw you and I thought, yeah, let me just say hello and good afternoon and stuff like that. Good morning, good evening, whatever it was. Absolutely. Yeah. Look, funny, isn't it? It's funny. The way life works out is so funny, man. It is really, really funny, the way life works out, man. It does make me fun, make me laugh. But I don't know why DJ Darkus is very, very level-headed. Usually he's meant to be from the East End, he's meant to be from the ends and stuff like that. In my area, obviously very sensitive compared to me, who was actually raised in the ends. But yeah, look, I think, I don't know. Maybe he'll come back. Sal, I think Mo's need to stop to go. Sal, I think you need to stop going on Mo's channel if they're thinking we are irrelevant. That channel is just want to get click from the United and get paycheck. I don't know, Ryan. Look, I know that Mo don't like Man United, but if Man United became successful, they would get the followers that they would get, because Man United being successful does generate clicks and likes and stuff like that. I ain't got nothing against him. At the end of the day, fair play to him. He's got the platform and stuff like that. It's great. You know what I mean? I will always go on the channel to battle my corner. Why not? I mean, at the end of the day, the only thing I would say about all of them, I'm going to talk about Mo and talk about Hussam, and that they will never debate me one-on-one. And that's what I would say. They'll never debate me one-on-one about Man United, because history about football is very, very important, regardless of you think about, it's the History Channel and all that. It's very important. It marks everything, you know. I like going on there. I like him. I think he's a good brother. He's a nice person and stuff like that. And but I will always battle my corner for Man United. I will never decline to battle my corner for Man United with chest and stuff like that at the end of the day. But yeah, they don't like Man United, but who does at the end of the day in regards to these content creators? They're not very enthusiastic when it comes to Man United. But Man United will be back anyway, guys. Absolutely. Probably has to go, had a bad day. We never know what's going on people's though. Yeah, but don't come on air and just, you know what I mean? So he's probably in a bad headspace and shouldn't be on the internet. He always seems level-headed and nice. Like, I don't know why, mate. Weird. Have a great day, Sal. Guys, have a great day. I'm Sal Warner. This is Stretford Post. This is Breaking Dawn. I want to say thank you to everyone who's joined me today. Thank you, guys. Don't forget to smash a like on the video, guys. Very important. And don't forget to put your notifications on whenever I go live. Of course, guys, I will be there and you will be there as well at the same time as it would be ideal at the same time, of course, guys. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day. Big up, Helge. Big up. Good to see you again, my friend. Have a fantastic day, guys, and don't forget to smash a like again, and don't forget to put your notifications on as well, and don't forget to subscribe if you're lurking in the shadows, guys. I'm Sal Warner. Have a great day, Benny. Take it easy. I'm Sal Warner. This is Breaking Dawn, and I'll see you soon, guys. Take it easy. Peace.